The American farm is the backbone of this great country. It's where nature and man best exercise their symbiotic relationship, plowing the fields, raising livestock, all to sustain and nourish a sprawling land of freedom and opportunity. As now a patron of this sacred place and this honest work, it's not lost on me the value of what we're doing today.
All right, so here we are. We're in, what's the name of the town? Sorry. Burna. We are in Burna, Kentucky. Where are we?
Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Being with Babish, the show where I cook, travel, and eat my way around the city and the globe and take you along for the ride. Our adventure to this Kentucky farm began when we got an email from Autumn Dennis regarding her 6-year-old daughter, Ella. Autumn explained how her daughter was born with spina bifida and a litany of other medical issues, including a seizure disorder. Because of her ailments, Ella is required to spend a lot of time in the hospital, which put a strain on this young girl and her family, to put it lightly. According to her mother, one of the few things that gave her solace was watching my show and planning the recipes she would try when she got home. Obviously, this story made us cry a lot, and we knew we had to do something special for the Dennis family. Knowing we have good friends in Nashville, not too far from the Dennises, we decided to plan something for them there, which is how we got hooked up with Porter Road, an amazing artisan butcher shop in the Nashville area doing amazing things with their meat. With their help, we put together a plan for a barbecue fundraiser, a babacue if you will, for which they agreed to provide the food. But before the big event, Porter Road invited us up to their Kentucky farm to check things out.
What I'm going to try to do is give you like a snapshot of start to finish what we do.
They even agreed to help us put together a basics episode. You may remember their co-founder, James Peisker, from the Every Cut of Beef episode of Basics with Babish. I found kindred spirits in the folks from Porter Road. I'm drawn to anyone who goes well above and beyond what's expected of them, to the point that their end product is a story told by everything that went into its creation.
What's on the end of your fork tells the true story of this whole process.
To complete our farm-to-table road trip, we headed to one of the finest restaurants in Nashville and a final destination of their product, Josephine.
When you get great product in the, well, we don't have a back door, in the front door, part of the challenge is just to stay out of the way. You know, as a chef, you want to do all this stuff to the food. And I know that sounds trite at this point, but it's absolutely true.
It's the greatest expression of love that you could show for the ingredients. Yeah. And these ingredients have already been shown so much love. All those secret recipes, like the family recipes, the heirloom recipes, are the secret ingredient is always love. And everything's been shown love from beginning to end in the production of the dishes that we're about to have. So I think we're going to taste all that.
Even though hanging out with the guys from Porter Road was fun, it was never lost on us why we were all together.
We're going to give this family a really great surprise tomorrow. I think they're going to be delighted, and it is in such a huge part thanks to you guys. So thank you guys so much for helping us out with this. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cheers.
But we didn't want to jump right into our big event. First, we invited the Dennis family to Nashville to surprise Ella with a special appearance on my show.
All right, guys, so we are here in Nashville. Ella, Dennis, and the whole Dennis family are on the way. They know that they're coming here to surprise Ella to be on an episode of my show. They have no idea that tonight this whole barbecue is a surprise for them. So they're going to be here any minute. We're going to make some Cherries Jubilee. That weed whacker's going to turn off eventually, I hope. Okay. Suburbs. What are we going to do? We're not used to all this noise in the city. Hi, Ella. How are you?
What is that?
Hey, come on over here. Well, I heard that you watch my show.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
I'm wondering if you want to be on an episode of my show. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm so excited.
Let's do it, okay?
As we prepared to make Cherry's Jubilee, I began to reflect on the role we inadvertently played giving this young girl encouragement in her time of need, and I felt humbled that my personal hobby that I use to cope with difficult times in my life has become a refuge for others. It's moments like these when I'm reminded to take pride and care in my work because of the potential effects it may— oh, shit, we forgot the butter.
This is what the show's like. We make a little mistake and then we got to sit around for
They're real
for a
people,
while.
and then they edit it and make it look really fancy, right?
Yeah, we make it look like we know what we're doing, but we really don't.
Ironic as this little whoopsie may have been, it gave Ella the opportunity to reflect on her dreams and give us some insight into her thoughts about life.
Because being a police officer is dangerous.
Yeah,
Dangerous.
very. What's your favorite food in the world?
With cheese in it, then anything that has cheese in it.
Anything
but
with cheese in it.
anything. One time when I was little, we were getting ready in the living room, and I burnt my hand on the straightener.
I don't have to worry about that. That's a good thing about this. I don't have to worry about straighteners.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on track. Ooh, this is salted. I'm just kidding.
As we began cooking, we got a little deeper into Ella's medical past, and it was inspiring to hear how she had faced down so many painful and lengthy hospital stays.
I'm a tough girl.
I was gonna say, you're tough. Wow. I don't think I could do that and be smiling about it.
The amount of joy and energy she exudes trumps mine on even my best days, and I remember thinking that more than anyone I've ever met, this girl really deserves some dessert for breakfast.
There we go.
That went pew.
Okay, so now we got some nice vanilla ice cream there. Then we're just gonna spoon these hot cherries.
Grab a spoon.
There you go.
Get you a scoop.
Come on, ready? Cheers. Ding.
I'm so good with sweets.
Well, thank you so much for helping me out.
Thanks for letting me come.
But it wasn't just hot cherries and ice cream. I also had another famously tiny gift for Ella.
Do you like Tiny Whisk on the show? Well, I thought you might want your own. Sound good?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before we parted ways, I wanted to chat more with the whole family about their experience to get a better sense of their story.
Autumn, you wrote us an email, and you told us a little bit about your amazing daughter, Ella, and what she's been going through over the past year.
When Ella had surgery last year, she got kind of weepy and was talking about how she just wanted to go home and she wanted to cook and she didn't want to eat hospital food anymore. And so I pulled her show up on YouTube. We watched probably 12 hours straight of binging with Babish in the hospital. And it just distracted her so much because, you know, the hospital she goes to is 2 hours away from home, so it's just me and her because Tyler and the kids can't drive back up and forth every day. It's not possible for the little ones. It was so distracting and it just kept her so happy and she fell in love with it, and now she, you know, she wants to be a baker and she wants to talk about it every morning she wakes up. Can you turn on Binging with Babish? First thing. We've seen every episode probably 10 times. She just... When I sent that email, I didn't even know if you'd ever read it. It was mostly just, I wanted you to know, because if I were in that situation, if I had impacted someone's life in that way, I would want to know. You know what I mean?
We were so happy, we were ecstatic to get your email, and I am so touched that you guys were able to watch the videos and have some fun doing it and pass the time and be distracted from what was going on. We just had to get you guys out here and we had to have you on the show. So you're gonna see yourself on one of those episodes soon. Sound good?
Yeah.
And now you got your own Tiny Whisk. You gonna make your own cooking videos?
Yeah.
Yeah?
With it.
Nice.
We were excited to throw a party for Ella before, but now we were positively jazzed. So we sent the Dennises to get settled in their hotel and hooked up with our friends at Southern Grist, a renowned craft brewery in Nashville. Not only did they want to supply the beer for the barbecue, they wanted to brew a special beer inspired by our Cherry's Jubilee. Southern Grist is known for their experimental and creative brews, so we decided to make a Frasier-themed beer, as one of its more famous episodes features Roz blowing up an overclocked Cherry's Jubilee in Season 2, Episode 23, The Innkeepers. We started with a sour ale and brewed it with fresh cherries flambéed in about a quart of brandy, a hint of vanilla, and a metric ton of mini marshmallows. It was my first time brewing beer and I really enjoyed it. It's like cooking that gets you drunk. I was, however, hard-pressed to find uses for my beloved Tiny Whisk.
Now I'm supposed to do this.
I think you might need a little bit more whisk there.
No, that's better. Yeah.
There we go.
Whisk emasculated, whiskulated though I was, the beer came out beautifully and we christened it Moon Crane, after Niles and Daphne's hypothetical hyphenated last name. Even before it sold out immediately, we knew the beer was a slam dunk.
Nothing but net.
With barbecue and booze in tow, everything for the event was ready. As the line quickly formed, I was taken aback by the response I got from a single tweet. Everyone in attendance only knew it was for a good cause, and with that limited information, the event still sold out in just a few days. After everyone arrived, food was served, beers were cracked, and I even shotgunned one when I was challenged to do so. Note to self, never shotgun an IPA. Apart from choking on hops, the barbecue was going beautifully. Once everyone was settled, I got to explain to our unknowing guests the reason for the event, who it was for, and thank them for their generosity.
Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. It's for a great cause, and I wanted to brief you guys on it a little bit because obviously we had to keep it under wraps. 100% of your ticket sales are going towards this family. Their daughter is the sweetest girl in the entire world. Her name's Ella. They have no idea that any of this is going down. We just surprised her by having her come on the show earlier and cook with me, but they have no idea this is happening, and we're going to surprise them when they walk through right here. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for our guest of honor, Ella and her family.
There was only one thing left to do, take the Dennis family out into the rain and tell them why so many people were cheering at their arrival.
Well, we dragged you out here in the rain just because we didn't want to put you on the spot in front of everybody, but the people who watch my videos are a community. Everybody's so kind and everybody's so giving, and as soon as we told them buy some tickets for a barbecue for a good cause, they sold out. They want to help and they want to be part of this community, and so thanks to these people, thanks to these lovely people, we've raised $5,000 that we'd love to give you guys for your medical bills. I mean, we're going to match that as well, so $10,000.
I told you I'm a crier.
We know that surgery and sickness is not easy, it's not fun, it's not cheap.
No.
So
No,
any way that we can help, especially for a super fan like Ella,
Yes.
is just, we love you guys, and thank you guys so much for coming out.
I've made it no secret that I'm not so great with kids. They usually remind me of myself during a time I'd much rather forget entirely. But Ella is unlike almost any kid I've ever met. She's funny, optimistic, smart as a whip, and a consummate badass in the face of greater challenges than I've ever had to surmount. Moreover, the event as a whole was moving to me in a new kind of way. We didn't raise millions, we didn't cure diseases, but we came together as a YouTube community, a coalition of not-so-strange strangers, and collectively changed someone's life in the course of an afternoon. So to everyone that made the pilgrimage to Music City, and to everyone that continues to watch and support this channel, thank you. You've bolstered our belief in the transformative power that communities can have. You've also given us a litany of new ideas for how to help, surprise, and interact with this community, which we're excited to share in future episodes of Being with Babish. Until then, keep cooking. I will if you will.
There's aluminum in my mouth. Well, oh well.
Good effort.
I tried. No wonder I stopped doing that.